In this video, we're gonna see how to create file sharing website using Python, where you will upload the file and you will get the URL, and others can access the URL and download the file that you upload. So let me first show you the demo so that you will understand what we're gonna build in this video. You consider this is the website that we're gonna build in this video, and it has a maximum file upload of 25 MBs, and you consider the link will automatically expire around 15 minutes, and I have deployed this project on the Python Anywhere, file sharing.python anywhere, and you consider when we click on upload button, it will ask us to select the upload. So let me upload this, and before that let me select what the image is about. So let's open this image to show you what's inside this image. You consider this is just a sample thumbnail about the Google Gemini Pro. Let me upload this image and click on this upload button. You consider you will get the URL. So using this URL, you can access it on Windows or mobile also. So you consider the link will expire in 15 minutes. So let me copy this URL and let's open up a incognito tab and paste it here. You consider it will automatically download the image for you. Let me open up the image. You consider this is the same image that we have uploaded earlier, Google Gemini. So you can also access the same URL in the mobile also. You consider I have opened up my mobiles that you can see on the right hand side. So in the mobile also, if you go to the Chrome and type the URL file sharing.python anywhere, since I have deployed this, you can access anywhere. And let's also type the random ID that we got from the website 2028, I think 28 40 and 76. So when you go to this URL, it consider it will automatically start the download for you. Consider when we open the image, consider this is the same image that I have uploaded on the file sharing website. So let us see how to create this file sharing website using Flask. So let's get started. One more cool thing about this project is that the file will be automatically deleted every 15 minutes. So you don't have to worry about the storage. So let's get started now. I have opened the project folder in this Visual Studio Code. You consider I have opened the Visual Studio Code. Let's create the Python file now, app.py, and let's import the libraries that we need for this project. So we need the OS and we'll also need the time. So import OS, import time, and we'll also need the random, import random. So import string, and we need the threading as well. So import threading, and we will also need the Flask. So if you don't have the Flask, just open up your command prompt, and in the command prompt just type pip install Flask. This will install the Flask library for you. You consider requirement already satisfied. I have already installed the Flask. Let's close this, and from the Flask we're gonna import the Flask class. So from Flask import the Flask class, and we will also need the render template, request, send file, and we will need the render template to render the HTML files. And let's define our Flask app now. App equal to this will be Flask. So inside this Flask class, let's pass our special variable underscore underscore name underscore underscore. Now we have the Flask app, right? Let's define some configurations. So the first configuration is upload folder, where we wanna upload our saved files. So upload equal to, so we're gonna upload all the files to the upload folder. So and we're gonna make sure that the folder is present. So OS.make there is. So if the folder is not available, we'll have to create that, but if the folder is present, we then we don't want to do anything. That's why exist OK equal to true. So this will make sure that the folder is created automatically if the folder is not present. So then we'll have to set the maximum upload file limit. So app.config maximum upload content length, that is the maximum amount of MB that you can upload. In this case 25 MBs. So if you want to change this, you can also change this depending on your storage. So I'm gonna set this to 25 MB. So 25 into 1024 into 1024. This will make sure that the uploaded file is within the reach of 25 MBs. Then we will have to set the link expiry time. So the link expiry time is 15 minutes. I have set the link expiry time to 15 minutes. If you want to increase this, you can also increase this here. So 15 into 60. This will make sure that every 15 minutes we will check for the link's expiry. After the 15 minutes, the link will be expire. So this is our all the configurations now, and we're gonna maintain a dictionary. So inside this dictionary we're gonna store two things, that is the file path as well as the time, what time that the file is created. So let me comment this so that you can understand it better. So inside the dictionary we're gonna maintain two things, path where the file is located, and another thing is the time, what time that the file is uploaded. So we're gonna maintain these two things inside this dictionary so that we can easily download and others can maintain it. So file link equal to, this will be a empty dictionary. So let's start our Flask app now. So I'm gonna start the Flask server. So if name underscore underscore is equal to the main, so if name is equal to the main, then what we can do is we can start our Flask server. So app.run, I'm gonna set to debugging is equal to true. So that's it. Run. If you run this Python application, you consider we got a Flask server. Let me open this application. You consider not found because we haven't defined any method. We haven't defined any routes. So let's define the form route now, so that when we go to the URL, we got a form page. So at rate app.route, this will be a form page. So let's define a function now. So whenever we go to the home page, this function will call. So inside this for form function, we can return anything. So returns first, I'm going to return some sample strings to make sure that the Flask server is running properly. Hi, this is Python file upload tutorial. Let's go to the browser and just click on refresh. You consider hi, this is file upload tutorial. So instead of returning this string, you can also return a HTML file itself. That's why we have imported this render template function. So return render template, we'll have to create a index.html file. I will create this file in a minute. So let's create a folder now. So we'll have to create a folder called it templates. So inside this templates folder, you'll have to create the index.html file. And I have copy and paste my index.html file in the notepad. Let me copy and paste it here. So I will provide the code in the description. So inside this index.html, what I have is simply a upload button. You consider the upload file dialog as well as the submit button. That's it. So consider here we have simply a upload file dialog as well as the submit button. That's it. If you click on refresh now, you consider now we got the home page. Here you can select this choose file and you can upload anything. So let me select this, and if you click on upload button, you consider method not allowed because the file is sending over the post request. So we'll have to accept our post request in the Python route also. So methods equal to, so we'll have to accept that the methods will allow over the post request as well as the get request. Since we are sending the file over from the HTML to this Flask server, so that's why we have to accept this both method, and inside this function we'll have to check if the request dot method is equal to post. So if the request dot method is equal to post, then what we have to do is we have to fetch the file that we upload over the index.html. So if you go to the browser now, you consider here we are uploading a file, right? We'll have to cache that file. So before that, we're gonna check if the file is present in the request. So if file not in request.files, that is if the file is not uploaded, then we'll have to return a error message like that is return template. I'm gonna return the index.html file with an error message. So index.html file, and I'm gonna set the link to none. Let's also set the error to, so this will be no file uploaded. That's it, or no file found. So we'll have to make sure that we return a error if the file is not found. But if the file is present, so we'll have to get the file. So file equal to request dot files of. So we'll have to fetch the file. Now we got the file, right? Then we have to save the file to the uploads folder. So we'll have to save the file. Let me command the thing that we're gonna do now. So this is save file. So file name equal to, first we have to fetch the file name. File name equal to file name. Then we'll have to say where we wanna save the file. So file path equal to, we wanna save this file to the uploads folder. So this will be upload folder as well as pass the file name. That's it. Now we got the file path, right? Then we can simply save the file. So file.save. So we're gonna save this to the file path. That's it. This will make sure that the files are saved in the uploads folder. Now we got the file, right? Consider inside this upload folder, we will save the file. Now we got the file, right? Then what we can do is, so before that, we'll also have to create the random URL, right? So in the original application, we have the random URL, right? That is the random ID. We'll have to generate that. Random ID equal to generate random string. So this will make sure we will get the random 6 characters or random 8 characters. I have copy and paste this function to generate the random 6 character in my notepad. So let me copy and paste this function in the app.py. Consider, so don't worry, what this function simply do is you consider this will take a parameter length is equal to a, so it will give us the randomly generated 8 characters. So now we got the random id, right? Then what we have to do is, so we'll have to store the random id to the file path dictionary. Consider we are maintaining a dictionary here, right? So we'll have to maintain that we have uploaded this file. So file link, so we're gonna set the key equal to random id. So this is the random id. So using the random id only, so whenever the users go to the URL, we can fetch the file for you. So file of random id equal to, first we're gonna save the path. So file path, that's it, path equal to file path. Then we need to save the time. So time equal to time. This will give us the current time, current uploader time. So that's it. Now we have the file saved in the file link dictionary, then what we can do is we can create the share link. So actually if we go to the original website now, so if we go to the original website, this is the original website. Consider here we have the URL as well as the random ID. So to get the URL, so request dot post the URL, this will give us the URL. Either it is in local post or when you deploy it on the any platform. So request dot post the URL plus random ID that we generate. So that's it. Now we got the share link. Like we can simply send this share link to the index.html page. So return render template, we're gonna send the index.html along with the link. So link equal to this will be share link, and error is equal to none. Earlier we said the error because no file uploaded. This time error is equal to none. Now we have sent the share link to the website, right? Then what we can do is let's go to the website now to test this share link to see if the link is present in the index.html file or not. So yeah, let's go to the browser now. If we click on the refresh and let's upload some file now. So let me click on this choose file. I'm gonna upload some file now. So let's upload some file. I'm gonna upload this file, and if you click on upload, you consider now we got the file, and the file will expire in 15 minutes. But the problem is if we copy and paste this URL in the new tab, you consider method not found, because for this random array we haven't defined any function. Let's try to do that now. Let's try to define a function that will make sure that we get a random ID as a parameter. So at rate app.route, we're gonna get the random ID now. So we're gonna get the random ID. So this will be random ID, and the function will also take the random ID as a parameter. So this is our route, and inside this route we're gonna create a function called it download. This will take the random ID, and we're gonna check if the random ID is present in the file links dictionary. So file get, that is the get file is equal to, here we have a dictionary, right? So file links, we have this dictionary maintained. So we go up, we consider here we have a dictionary. So inside this dictionary file link dot get, so we're gonna get the random ID. We have stored this random ID as a key, so we're gonna use that to get the file path. So if the file is not found, that is if not get file, if the file is not found, then we're gonna simply return error message like link expired or invalid link, invalid or expired link. But if the file is present, we wanna simply return the file to the user. So return send file, that's where we have the send file. So we're gonna send the get file of path. So inside the dictionary we have maintained the path, right? We're gonna simply send the path where the file is located, and we're gonna send this as attachment. Consider in the dictionary we have maintained two things, path as well as the time. So get file of path, and we're gonna send this as attachment. So then only it will be download in the browser itself. So let's go to the browser now. So let me click on the refresh button. I'm gonna upload any other file. Let's upload this URL image here. Just click on upload button, and we got a URL. Let me copy and paste this URL in the new tab. Let me open up a new tab and paste it here. And you consider it starts downloading. Let me open up the image. So consider this the same image that I have uploaded. So let's close this. And one more thing that we have to do is that every 15 minutes we have to delete the files. Otherwise the storage gets full. So let's try to do that now. Every 15 minutes you will have to maintain that the file is get deleted. So let's try to do that now. Further, let's create another function that will do the job. So def cleanup files. So this will make sure that the files are deleted. While true, then what we have to do is we have to get the current time. So now equal to time.time, this will give us the current time. Then we're gonna maintain a list that will store the all the keys, that is expired keys. So expired is key is equal to, this will be a empty list. So I'm gonna look through the dictionary now. So for key, comma info in list of file link. So I'm gonna look through the dictionary now. So dot items, this will give us the key as well as the items. So what we have to do is we have to check if the current time is greater than the link expire. So if now minus info time. So if this will make sure that the uploader time is greater than 15 minutes or not. So if this greater than link expiry, that is if it is greater than 15 minutes, then what we have to do is we have to remove that file now. So why start remove info of path. So we will simply delete the file. That's it. Then we have to, if we got any error, then we will simply accept it and pass. That's it. And we have to add that key to the expiry key list, because we'll have to remove it from the dictionary, right? So if expiry key start upon, we're gonna upon the key, that is the random key. And outside the for loop, what we have to do is we have to remove the expiry key from the dictionary also. So remove the expiry entries. So for key in expiry keys, we're gonna look through the keys and we're gonna delete the key from this file link. We're gonna delete the key from this file link dictionary. That's it. Let's try to start this function now. So we're gonna start this function as a threading. So that's why, and we're gonna sleep it for 60 seconds. So this will make sure that for every 60 seconds it will check whether the file time limit is greater than 15 minutes or now. So let's start the file now. Threading the thread. So the target will be this function. So we have to call this function. So clean up files. So this is our target, and I'm gonna set the daemon is equal to true. So daemon is equal to true and start now dot start. So that's it. Now we have covered everything. After the 15 minutes, the file will be automatically deleted and removed from the dictionary. So let's try to upload it now. So let me click on the refresh button and let's try to upload one more file. So for example, I'm gonna upload this file. So just click on upload and you consider we got a URL, and let's open the URL. You consider it starts downloading. And if you want to deploy this one, what we have to do is we have to use a Python anywhere, or you can use any other platform since it is local host. So to deploy, just upload all your project files to the repository. Now you consider in this file sharing repository, I will provide the link in the description. So make sure you upload all your project files to this repository. Then if you want to deploy it, I have made many videos on how to deploy Flask application on Python anywhere. Also render vessel, I have made many videos. If you go to my YouTube channel, so if you click on search button, so here just a Flask deploy. So you consider I have made many videos Flask deploy and Python anywhere. So just watch this video to how to deploy the Flask application. And yeah, this is for this video. Consider I have made how to deploy Flask and run the vessel. So make sure you watch this video to deploy the Flask application. So this is for this video and I will continue in the next one.